Wwe Nxt Heatwave. It finally happened. August 24th, Sunday. You already know what it is. Another classic Heatwave. We just gonna get right into it. They kicked it off with the triple threat. Miss Parker, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, and Lola Vice, all in a triple threat match, all against each other. And it was one of the best triple threat matches that they ever had. All the ladies was doing their thing. All of them was looking good. What you think, man? How you think? How was the looks?
Amazing.
All of them. 3 baddies. This is a baddies triple threat match right here. Y'all already know what Miss Parker got going on. Kalani Jordan, and she had her mom and her dad there. I think she had her sister there too. Kalani Jordan had her parents in the crowd, so that was real cool. And you know Lola Vice, she been up in AAA down in Mexico doing her thing. So these ladies had like 3 different styles. Kalani, she kind of like a high flyer, you know. She jumping and moving all around. Lola, she kind of like a submissionist, real technical, and Jada Parker kind of like a street fighter, like brawler type, hard hitting. And all of them, they had their moments and stuff. Kalani, she was able to, she was jumping over the ropes, so she was doing all her moves and stuff. And Lola Vice was damn near reversing everything. Like she had the reverse turned all the way up in like 2K or something like that. She was reversing everything they was throwing at her. And Jada Parker, and she was able to land a couple of big moves. She even hit them with the teardrop. They was doubled up over there on the corner of the ring. She caught them with some big moves, and they were just going at it. Triple threat matches is like my favorite match. I love to see a good triple threat match. Triple threat matches are great. All them styles coming together. 3 baddies. All of them was looking good. All of them was looking clean. All of them had their hair. Everything was on point, head to toe. And it just came to a matter of who got the most experience. And when you think about these 3 women, we already know who got the most experience. Even though Miss Parker, she bust Lola Vice up her head with a brick not too long ago. Lola Vice been focused. She been down in Mexico. She been real focused. She picked up points. You already know she got that mixed martial arts experience. And Jada Parker and Kalani, they really couldn't outpower her. She was definitely doing her thing. She caught them both, and she ended up who she ended up pinning?
Jada Parker.
Yeah, she got Jada Parker. And tell us about how many times Jada Parker been getting pinned a lot.
She has been getting pinned ever since that fatal 4-way they had with Stephanie Vaquer, Julia, Jordan Grace, and Jada. She got pinned during that fatal 4-way eliminator they had before Evolution, and now this.
Yeah, it's Jada Parker in the match 9 times out of 10. She gonna get the pin for the loss, but it was nothing Kalani could do about it. That's how triple threat matches go. Lola Vice was extremely focused, and now that she is the winner, she will be fighting, JC Jane. We gonna find out what she gonna be fighting at later on in the video, man. But yeah, Lola Vice put up a big victory. What did you think of that match, man? That triple threat match?
It was a great triple threat match.
Yeah, I say the same thing. That was a really good triple threat match. All the ladies did their thing. All of them was looking amazing. I liked the arena they was in. It kind of had like a little dark lighting to it. Had kind of like that, like the floor level up and all, like the Coliseum kind of look a little bit like it had the levels. It was just a different arena. You could tell they was in more fans. And it was pretty cool. Booker T was there. I don't think Corey Graves was there. There was just only 2 announcers tonight. But yeah, Lola Vice got the big victory. After that match, they showed the Cullen in the back. You already know the Cullen always plotting and scheming on something. All 4 of them now. Who was in the Cullen?
Sean Spears, Nico Vance, Izzy Dame, and Tatum Paxley.
Yes, and that newest member being Tatum Paxley. They got her under their wing right now. And they look like they recruiting, trying to get more members. I don't know, but they definitely got something planned up. I don't think they're gonna be happy until they actually get some gold in that squad, in that stable right there. But after that, we had the second match of the night. We had Dark State versus Hank and Tank. And if you didn't know, they kind of left it a mystery. You didn't know which two members of Dark State actually was gonna be the ones that fight for the tag team championship. Until the match like started. So when the bell rung, it was like a little trickery with Sugars and all them. But who ended up being the two to represent Dark State to fight Hank and Tank for them tag team NXT championship belts?
Dion Lennox and Osiris Griffin.
Yes. You already know, man. The Dion Lennox, he definitely one of the best ones in Dark State, if not the best one. And you already know about Osiris Griffin. The dude is way too big, way too fat to be wrestling in them tighty whities, man. Fat jiggling everywhere. He's just looking crazy. Just wild, man. Nigga need to wear some pants. And he need a haircut, too. But that's a whole nother story, man. But, yeah, those was the two that represent Dark State. And even though those are the two that represent Dark State in the ring, you already know. What's Sugars? And what's the two that was outside the ring?
Saquon Sugars and Coulter James.
Yeah, they out there. So it's a pretty much was a 4-on-2 either way. Hank and Tank. I'm not a huge fan of Hank and Tank, but Hank and Tank is a really good tag team. And ever since they've been on this streak right there, since they've been on the road, they've been doing their thing, man. And they've been defending them titles. They had a lot of big matches, and they work real good together. But it don't matter how good they work. Even they best moments, like they had a moment where they had caught I forgot which one it was, but they hit them with the special. They hit them with everything they had. All of that, but it was just too many Dark State members. You knock one down, they pop back up, they get back up, and they was just doing stuff behind the ref back to just make sure that they get the best odds they can get to win, and that's what happened. Lennox, Dion Lennox, he had caught him, put him on. I think he put him on his shoulders, and Osiris Griffin jumped off, hit him with that clothesline, flipped him upside down. I think who was that? Which Tank of Hank was that got hit with that special?
I think that was. I don't remember it. They have Ank in their name.
Ank, Tank, Hank. It was one of them dudes. The big one with the big scar on his belly. He got folded up like a damn wallet, and they got that victory. Dark State is the new tag team champions, new NXT tag team champions. What did you think about this match?
I'm glad Hank and Tank lost some titles. This is also a good match.
Yeah, I'm glad Hank and Tank lost too. They hadn't had it for a while. They had it all summer. Hank and Tank held it down all summer. It's over. Now it's Dark State time. We finna go into the fall, and it's Dark State time. It's getting darker. It's finna start getting darker outside earlier anyway. Let Dark State do their thing. I think they might have these titles to the end of the year. It's 4 of them. I mean, they pretty much like the biggest squad right now in NXT. Well, yeah, Dark State got the victory. They all new NXT Tag Team Champions. But after that, they had Lexis King in the back with Ava. Ava was highly upset with him. If you didn't know, last week on NXT, Lexis King, he ran up on Miles. What's the dude's name? Miles Bourne. He ran up on Miles Bourne, sprayed piss all in his eyes, blinded him. It was some strong piss too. Man, it was strong. It was very strong. And it pretty much blinded him. It must have been some old piss because, man, they say it left a foul odor all through the back. They said that area that he sprayed, it still got the stank there. And it's been about a week since it's happened. But, yeah, Miles Davis all messed up. You already know he got the death thing going on. He done had hot, fresh piss sprayed in his eyes. It's just not looking good for him. But Ava, she felt concerned for him, so she gonna set Lexis King up next week against your boy Miles Bourne in a blindfold match, man. Who you got winning that match and why?
I got Miles.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I got Miles Bourne too, man. I want him to get his revenge, man. That's just something you don't do, man. That's just a low down dirty. Lexis King is taking it to a whole nother level. He with the dirtiness, man. It's unsanitary. But after that though, we found out that the next PLE NXT is having is gonna be No Mercy. You already know. No Mercy is that name right there. That's a classic name. No Mercy pay-per-views usually be fire. I think it's gonna be like September 27 or something like that. It's gonna be the end of September. NXT No Mercy, and that's where Lola Vice is gonna get her chance to take that belt off of JC Jane at No Mercy. So make sure y'all look out for that. That's gonna be at the end of September. But after that though, you got the third match of the night. You had Ash by Elegance versus Masha Slamovich versus who?
JC Jane.
And what was at stake here?
The TNA Women's Knockout Championship.
Yes, the TNA Women's Knockout Championship. You already know this was a big match right here. A big match for TNA. The TNA president was out there, Carlos Silva. He's biting his nails. He want TNA to get a title back so bad. He looking real bad out there. And man, it was a crazy match. I just really found out that Ash by Elegance is actually Dana Brooke. But yeah, she been wrestling for a long time doing her thing. And one thing about this match, JC Jane, you already know she got fatal influence, and they usually help her winning matches all the time. But she actually had an opponent that got the same amount of firepower as her. The whole Elegance brand was out there. The manager, the two ladies, they tag team champions. They was watching the match very closely. They was all going at it. Masha Slamovich, she was picking up points. They all got three different styles, and a lot of people already know JC Jane. She don't really deserve to be a champion anyway. She like Laney. Who's the girl that said she the most beatable champ?
Laney Reed.
Laney Reed said, I mean, it's nothing she can really do without fatal influence. So they got at one point where Jasmine Nix, she ended up hitting, I think it was Masha Slamovich right in the face. I think it was Ash by Elegance. She hit one of them. I think it was Ash. She hit Ash by Elegance in the face. The ref seen it, kicked them out. Once they got kicked out, JC Jane tried her best to hold it down. She landed her what's JC Jane's special called? It's called I forgot what it's called. It's called the roundhouse, the close the curtain. I don't know what's it called, but she hit her with the rolling encore. That's what it's called. JC Jane hit her with that rolling encore, and she went off for a minute. But after that hot minute went away, she couldn't do nothing. JC Jane can't do nothing without fatal influence. And Ash by Elegance still had that the Elegance brand. They was out there, and they just waited to the exact right moment to come in and do what they needed to do to interrupt the match. And Ash by Elegance was able to land her swanton bomb and get that victory. Ash by Elegance is the new TNA Knockout Champion. I told y'all I predicted this. She had the Elegance brand there. Not all. They got belts everywhere. She finally got one of the belts back on TNA, man. What did you think about this match?
This is a good match, but I wanted TNA to suffer forever. This is a disappointment.
I know. I'm glad TNA got one of their titles back. They had, man, it was just getting crazy, man. They finally got some gold back. They got something to celebrate. Make sure y'all tune in and watch TNA, because you know Ash by Elegance, they're going to have some type of celebration. That's a big thing to be proud of. They got them belts back on TNA. JC Jane, you starting to see some cracks in the armor now. It's finna start going downhill from here, because you already know No Mercy, she got to go against Lola Vice. And that's going to be it. And mark my words, man, once JC Jane lose this NXT title, that's going to be it for Fatal Influence. They're going to be gone. Watch what I tell you. But after that, though, they had Javon Evans in the back getting ready. He got the biggest match of his career tonight. And that Ricky Saints came back there, giving him some words of inspiration and letting them know that, that he got his back, and he want him to he think he can beat Oba and all of that, man, and let him know that he's still there too. And it is what it is. A lot of people gonna be gunning for that title that Oba got, but he wished them luck, and they pretty cool. But after that, though, they had the fourth match of the night: Blake Monroe versus Jordan Grace. And this was a pretty good match, man. Blake Monroe, she is not a pushover. She could take a lot of damage. If you already know from Mariah May days in AEW, her and Toni Storm, when they was going at it, all them matches with all that blood, and they just going at it. Blake, it take a lot to beat her. And Jordan Grace, same there to her, but the difference is Jordan Grace, I don't know, she cannot win a big match for nothing. We're not gonna make this too long, man. Blake Monroe, she got that victory over Jordan Grace. All that stuff Jordan Grace was talking about, how she was gonna show her ugly and all of that, and she was gonna beat her down and get some get back on her. Didn't work at all. Even though Blake Monroe started off running at the beginning of the match, it was all a plan. Blake Monroe she just had the better fighting, and she had more win. It seemed like she was just able to last. Jordan Grace got tired because all the big moves she was in, but Jordan Grace lost. Blake Monroe won. What do you think? What did you think of this match?
This is a pretty decent match.
Yeah, but Blake Monroe won. She beat Jordan Grace, and I doubt this is the end of the feud though. I could see them fighting a few more times, just considering the fact how Blake Monroe talked about Jordan Grace so bad, so dirty, basically called her fat and ugly. She basically did. And Jordan Grace is not fat or ugly, man. Jordan Grace is out here, y'all. Get in tune with Jordan Grace, man. She out here. But after Blake Monroe won, got that victory, they showed Jada Parker backstage, you know. She's kind of down about losing that triple threat match at the beginning of Heatwave. And Lash Legend, the one and only Lash herself, come back there, and she let Jada Parker know that she lost and all of that, and she don't really deserve no more title shots, and Lash finna be the next in line to get some type of title shot around there. And her and Jada kind of, you know, was going at it. That's gonna be crazy. I think they finna fight soon. Jada Parker and Lash Legend finna have some fights pretty soon. Who you got winning that match if they fight?
Lash.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know, man. I don't think Jada Parker ready for Lash. But after that, though, they had Fatal Influence in the back. You know, walking, kind of things looking kind of shaky. You know, JC Jane was kind of snapping on Jasmine Nix, pretty much blaming her because she lost, because she got him kicked out, because she kind of did it right in front of the ref when she smacked Ash by Elegance or whatever. And then they ran into Lola Vice. And Lola Vice let her know she finna come for that title. It's finna be over at No Mercy. You can see the fear in JC Jane's eyes. You know that she not beating Lola Vice fair and square at all. Speaking of that, though, who you got winning that match, Lola Vice or JC Jane?
Lola Vice.
Why?
I think Jasmine is going to betray JC.
I thought JC Jane was your girl, though.
What is wrong with you?
Is she?
No.
Well, so Ruka and Zaria walked up, and and this gonna set up next week. If y'all don't know, they gonna have a big 3-on-3 next week. I mean, not next week, in a couple of days on NXT. Fatal Influence versus Lola Vice, Soul Ruka, and Zaria. So make sure y'all look out for that. And after that, though, they let us know they got another big NXT show. They finna have a homecoming. I think they finna go back to the original, like, college university that they NXT had back in the day. They finna have a big event September 16th, NXT Homecoming. Make sure y'all look out for that, because that's gonna be real soon. But after that, though, they had Tavion, what's dude's name?
Tavion Heights.
Tavion Heights versus Tyra May Steele. No, Tavion Heights and Tyra May Steele versus Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. The whole American versus Canada thing. It came to the height right here. They was going at it. You already know. This is a pretty good matchup. Two Olympic people. You already know. Tyra May Steele, she got Olympic gold. I think she like the first woman to ever do that in the WWE. And Ethan Page, she's the North American champion. So it was a pretty good match, mixed tag. Chelsea Green, she's not a great wrestler, but she could take a lot of damage here and there. And she had the Secret Hervis on her side, but they really didn't do too much until the end. Apple Fire came out, and I think who she catch with a nasty kick?
Tyra May Steele.
It's called Tyra May Steele with a nasty kick out of nowhere, and Chelsea caught her with that unprettier, and they got that win easily. Ethan Page and Chelsea Green, they represented for Canada. I know somewhere Drake is proud, sipping on a glass of apple juice, grinning, because Canada held it down. Canada, they was representing, and the crowd was cheering for them too for some reason. The crowd was really cheering for Chelsea. Every time Tyra May Steele really did anything to Chelsea, they was kind of like booing almost. Not really booing, but you could just hear the disdain in the crowd. But they was definitely wanting Chelsea to hit all their moves and stuff. And yeah, Chelsea was looking good this night too. And so was Tyron May Steele. I found out Tyron May Steele is a lot thicker than I actually remembered. But yeah, that was a real good match right there. But after that match, you had Obafemi in the back getting ready to put in his work and do what he do. You know, he focused, and then Josh Briggs came up on him. You know, talking about how he finna be next. If Oba beats Javon Evans, that he gonna be the next one to take that title off of Oba. Oba kind of just, he don't really even care. He just kind of brushed it off. And then, you know, after that, they had Ava, you know, the manager of NXT, doing her thing. She looked good, too. She had on her a nice red outfit, was looking real good. She had a special announcement, and that special announcement is that NXT is officially bringing the speed titles to NXT. Like, that's what she's doing. Ava is bringing the speed titles to NXT. And she pretty much announced that, and I think, what was it, No Mercy? Zara, Sol Ruka got to defend it, but who's she defending it against?
She is defending it against the winner of this Fatal 4-Way, I think. It might be a Fatal 5-Way between somebody on Raw, SmackDown, possibly somebody from NXT, AAA, and TNA.
Yeah, see, so y'all already know it's finna be crazy. The speed title's officially on NXT. What you think about that?
We didn't need speed anyway.
Well, yeah, you know what? I never actually got this. I know they had speed like on X, Twitter, or whatever y'all want to call it. They had some episodes on there, but I'm glad to see the speed championship because I can actually see the matches and stuff. And we love NXT over here, so this gonna make NXT even better. Especially if y'all don't know, the Heritage Cup is gone. So who threw that? Who got rid of the Heritage Cup again?
The Don, Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, that guy. I'm glad he's gone. But yeah, before he was gone, he took the Heritage Cup and threw it in the water. So the speed titles, they add some extra energy to the NXT, and they definitely need that. But after that though, and another thing, they definitely finna have a match with Izzy Dame and Tatum Pasley from the Cullen finna fight who next week?
Ren Sinclair.
Ren Sinclair and a mystery opponent. We don't know who Ren Sinclair gonna get. Man, who you think it's gonna be? Give me a guess. Who you think Ren Sinclair gonna get?
I don't know.
I don't know. If I had to take a chance, I don't know. I think it's gonna be probably like a legend. Somebody, or it's gonna be somebody off the main roster that's gonna help Ren Sinclair. I don't know. And I'm rocking with Ren Sinclair. I actually want to see her win because I ain't seen Ren Sinclair win in a long time. But after that, though, we finna get into the very special main event. The main event of the night for the NXT Championship. We got, who is it, man?
Javon Evans versus Obafemi.
Young Obafemi, young Javon Evans, the young OG, the ruler. You know, if y'all didn't know, this is the first time Javon Evans actually get a crack at Obafemi on his own. The other times, triple threat matches, tag team matches, just, here and there. Nothing official one-on-one. So, this was a real big thing for the young OG, man. He was ready, hyped up about it. You already know the Undertaker put that battery in his back, told him to go after the biggest dog in the yard. Well, this is the night where Javon actually got the opportunity to do that. And let me tell you, man, this was a great match. One of the best matches that I've seen in a while as far as just one-on-one for this NXT title. You already know Javon Evans on a whole nother level when it comes to high-fly action, quick moves, the jumping ability. His title says, he calls himself bouncy. I'm not going to call him bouncy, but he definitely got the jumping ability. He be jumping through the roof. His jumping ability is crazy. And Obafemi, we already know, man, he's super powerful, strong African. He dude is wild as hell. Obafemi he wild, man. He like an African, like Jacob Fatu. Like, he's wild. Like Obafemi, Jacob Fatu, Brian Breaker. Like, them dudes is just wild, man. You can't trust them. Don't leave no food around them. They'll just take a bite of your stuff and just look at you. You don't know. But it was a real good aggressive match. Big chops all through the match. Javon Evans must chop Oba like 10 times. Oba caught him with some big chops. He caught him with that big apron chop too, that big slap to the chest. Booker T was talking about that no bread, no water, just meat. Because that's pretty much what Obafemi was after, man. He was doing this thing, and the crowd was mixed, man. You heard Obafemi chants, and you heard Young OG chants, and the crowd was cheering for both of them pretty much. But it was crazy, man. They was doing their thing. Javon Evans caught him with some of the Obafemi with some of the nastiest cutters out of nowhere. And when he got hyped up, man, he had Obafemi looking real slow out there. Obafemi couldn't even keep up with him, couldn't grab him. He was really moving real fast like a ninja or something out there, catching Obafemi with all kind of cutters, all kind of hurricanranas, frog splashes, all of that. Doubling up on the frog splashes too. He got so tired. It was just so much going on. But Obafemi was wearing him down with a lot of the big slams, power bombs, throwing them, and even throwing them around, And Javon Evans was kind of capitalizing off some of the ways that Obafemi was throwing him around, because he would reverse them and turn them into cutters or hurricanranas. Obafemi got a lot of his moves reversed, but at the same time, when he did land on big moves, you could tell it took a lot out of Javon Evans. And gotta mention that Javon Evans, he still got a lot of damage done to him, because from the last match that he just fought a few days ago against Trick Williams on NXT, he threw him through the table. He launched Javon Evans through the announce table. So Javon Evans still got some body damage from that. You seen the healing tape on his back and all that. So he wasn't 100%. And Obafemi took full advantage of that. And he wasn't able to pull that F20 off like a lot of people wanted to see, but he was able to hit his signature. He scooped Javon Evans up, scooped him up, got a running start, and tossed him literally from the ring through the announce table. Javon Evans was pretty much done right there as soon as he hit the scene. Booker T and the other, who's the other announcer with Booker T?
Vic Joseph.
And man, they got up so quick. He threw him out of nowhere. The crowd went crazy, and like the true defending champion Oba is, as soon as he threw him over there, he jumped straight out of the ring, grabbed him, picked him up, threw him back in the ring, caught him with that fall from grace, that quick power bomb he do when he throw him up, damn near folded Javon Evans like an old wallet, caught him with that, and got that pin for the 1-2-3. And a lot of people gonna say, Oba shouldn't have won, because they did have some controversy in this match. Before all this happened with the big table, before he threw him and through the announce table, it was a point that the referee did get knocked out, and Javon Evans did catch him with a nasty cutter, and he got the pin. Another ref came and got the pin, but the other ref got up, and he said that's a rope break. If you didn't know, that's a rope break. Your foot does not have to just touch the rope for a rope break. If your foot is under that bottom rope like that, that's considered a rope break too. So I know a lot of Obafemi haters ain't gonna like that, and they feel like Javon Evans won because technically a ref did hit that 1-2-3 count, but it wasn't official. The original ref said no, that's a rope break. So that's how Javon Evans ended up getting thrown through that announce table and getting caught with Obafemi special and ended up losing, man. What did you think of that match, man?
It was disappointing how Javon did not win. Like, what is that? Get rid of that rule.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like that rule. They feel like if your foot is not touching the rope, that shouldn't be a rope break. But man, this rule been in the game for a long time, man. If your foot is under the rope, that's a rope break. Being the smart, intelligent guy that Obafemi is, he knew to keep that foot under that third rope, and you gonna get that rope break. The ref seen it, and Obafemi capitalized on that. Once he reached that, Oba snapped. He went crazy, and he just broke into Obafemi mode and did his thing, man. And that was NXT, man. Heatwave. Another classic. And after Obafemi won, who came out there and confronted him?
Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints came out there confronting him. We already know Ricky Saints is probably finna be the next contender for that title. But that was Heatwave, man. What did you think of Heatwave?
It was great. Phenomenal.
Yeah, Heatwave was great. This was a great pay-per-view. All the matches on there was pretty much bangers, man. What was your favorite match of the night?
Oba and Javon.
Definitely over in Japan. They held it down. And I like that triple threat for with Lola Vice, Kalani, and Jada Parker too. Man, Heat Wave. They did it again. Obafemi retained. It's been a crazy one. Everybody did their thing on the match. And make sure y'all look out because NXT is in a couple of days. That's a fact.